What's happening with you, world? It's your boy, Real Young G. I'm checking in with Tampa on the industry's most wanted podcast. Let's get it.
So can't trust a bitch on the graph for years, focused on getting rich. Can't do part to quit, my life is lit. No, I make these hating niggas sick. Get off my dick, hit or miss. I can't trust a soul, can't trust a bitch on the graph for years, focused on getting rich. Can't do part to quit.
What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast.
Wanted.
Listen, we got my homie Real Young G checking in. What's going on with you, bro?
What's going on with you? How you feeling?
I'm good now. I'm Gucci.
Yeah.
God was toying with me just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you being here.
I appreciate you for having me.
Haven't seen you guys in a little minute. Shout out to you and your beautiful wife, and appreciate you being here.
Appreciate you.
We got a lot to talk about, though.
Yeah, we do.
To catch up.
Let's do it.
But I want you to go ahead and first break it down for us. Who is Real Young G?
Real Young G is an entrepreneur, CEO, artist, entertainer, actor. I would like to say philanthropist. Just all around good individual, good person, man. Dreamer. Representing, the people out there that in search of chasing their dreams. That's who Real Young G is.
Most definitely. Where you from?
From Chicago, but I stay in Joliet, so I call it Joliet, Chicago. So I call it Joliago.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of developing your own lingo.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you have to do. You have to figure out ways to stand out rather than trying to fit in.
Sure, big time.
Where did you grow up exactly?
So I grew up on 118th and Laughlin. That's in Chicago. That's in the hundreds. So I did grow up in the hundreds.
Yeah.
I moved to Joliet by the age of 13. My father saw the neighborhood getting in bad, and he was like, you know what? I want to give my son an opportunity, at least give him an opportunity to develop into a decent human being.
Of course.
So we moved all the way into the suburbs, which is like 30, 40 minutes away from Chicago, the city,
Yeah.
the main inner city, to the burbs. And I've been out in Joliet rocking ever since. That's where I found my love for music.
It's still Chicago, though.
Facts. So I call it Joliago.
Absolutely. Just like, when people move to Atlanta, not everyone lives in Atlanta.
Facts.
They live on the, outskirts or whatever, but they say, I'm in Atlanta. Because, a lot of these smaller places, you tell people, I'm in Lawrenceville, they're going to be like, where is that at? You just tell them Atlanta, something
Facts.
that they can relate to. So, most definitely. About what age did music, become that passion for you?
Honestly, I love music probably by the age of 7, 8. And my dad had an Oldsmobile, and he had 2 cassette tapes, for real. He had Snoop Dogg, Me Against the World, and he had Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style, and then Tupac, Me Against the World. So he's like, no, these tapes ain't for you, these bad. So when he was out the car, he was cutting grass. I low-key popped the tape in. I popped in Tupac, Me Against the World. And I'm like, I could do this because I like what he was saying. He expressed himself. He had songs like Lord Knows, Dear Mama, and I could never really express myself as a kid, but I can always write things down to a rhythmic format.
Yeah.
So I always write my rhymes and I write my thoughts down because I felt like with music is emotion and emotion is connectivity. And if you can connect to it, it's going to resonate with you. So that's what I really wanted to do. So about 7 or 8 is when I really found my love for music. And then when I turned I think I got to 6th grade, my mom gave me 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying album.
Yeah.
I heard 50. I'm like, yeah, I can really do this now. I can really do this now. And then after that, I saw Hustle and Flow. And I'm like, okay, I like the way he's making beat machine.
Absolutely.
And beats and stuff like that. I told Pops I can do this. So when we moved to Joliet, and he heard me rap in the spare bedroom, he was like, you know what? You got a little something here. I like your voice a little bit.
Yeah.
If you get good grades in school, I'm going to get you your first studio session. So I grinded it out all that first quarter, the whole first quarter. And then I came back. I said, see, I got good grades. And he gave me to my first studio session. I recorded the introduction of Young G.
Man, that is amazing, and it's really dope that your pops was on board with that.
So,
because I talked to a lot of artists that their parents just weren't on board. They didn't believe in it. They're like, oh, you want to be a rapper? Or you know what I'm saying? But that's really dope that your pops understood and he was supporting your vision.
big time.
Supporting your journey, supporting the grind, supporting, what you wanted to do.
It's a blessing.
Let's dive into that a little bit more. Had your dad not been so supportive, would you still push through?
Honestly, yes. But as a kid, you're impressionable. So if somebody try to tear you down,
Yeah.
it's gonna stick with you.
Facts.
My father always told me, don't let me be a dream killer. Don't let me, nobody, whoever decide what you want to do with your life.
Yeah.
He said, because he know how that felt as a kid. You know what I mean? He was like, I know how that felt as a kid. He wanted to play baseball,
Yeah.
but never really, because of, poverty and things like that, he never really had the opportunity to play baseball or play basketball like that. You know
Understood,
what I mean?
yeah.
So he told me, that I don't want nothing or no one to stop you from chasing your dream. This is what you want to do. You got to believe in it because you get one life to live. You got a vision. This is your vision. God bless you with that vision. Go ahead and chase that dream.
Absolutely. So was there anybody along the way that wasn't as supportive as Pops?
Man, A lot of people. I ain't gonna lie to you. Where do I start? You know, my cousins for one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but I had to learn. My father told me too. You can't let what they do or what they say or how they feel deter you from what you want to do. If this is what you believe in, once again, believe in it. So
100%.
any negative vibes, I cut off. I'm gonna listen. You know what I mean? Even in high school, when I was pressing up CDs from the crib, when I never used to go to the studio, when I would just try to record myself, and it sounded like crap. You know what I mean? I would go out and I would hand out the CDs to people, and they would throw it down on the ground, and they would stump on it. Real talk. I remember.
Wow.
Real talk.
That could discourage a lot of people.
It could. You know what I'm saying? But I kept going. I remember one time, something in a CD called a Bud Lincoln Parade, right? So after the Bud Lincoln Parade, it was an after party at the skating rink called the Rink.
Yeah.
So that's where everybody would go to the rink, they vibe out, they play music. That's when I had a professional tape at the time when I recorded. I tried to give it to the DJ to play. So the DJ was like, all right, cool, I'll play it. You know, I'm like, 15 at the time. He played it. You know, the crowd at the skating rink booed. They like, boo. He was like, all right, don't be on his tip when he started blowing up. Don't be the ones trying to come back and say that he was hot when, you know, you heard it here first. And, you know, I look at all the pain is the motivation, because if you look at the accomplishments, you get complacent. I thank God for the accomplishments every day.
Absolutely.
But the pain is what made me keep going.
Absolutely. I think when you go through the pain and the struggle, it makes you appreciate those accomplishments.
Big time.
If stuff comes to you easily, you don't appreciate it as much.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I've really learned along my journey, you know, in life and especially in this music business.
Facts.
Anything that's handed to you, come to you easily, you're not going to appreciate it. With that being said, what has been your biggest struggle that you've had to overcome in this music business?
Learning to separate the personal from the business, the politics. There's a lot of politics in the music industry. Yeah. Once you can overcome the politics and separate the personal from the business, like everybody in this game ain't your friend. Everybody's associates.
Nah, for real.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, just because you may have a moment with somebody or you may kick it with somebody, they ain't your real friends. They ain't checking up on you.
That's right.
Like, if I never pulled up to it, if I stopped pulling up to shows right now, they wouldn't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I learned that, you know, you got to not be so emotional with it and put the business before the personal. Know that it's business and understand that. Once you can separate that and separate the politics, because this game is really political. Yeah. It's a 1,000,001 artists. Like I just seen a lot of artists come, a lot of artists go. You know what I mean? And I seen a lot of artists that thought people were their friends turn their back on them. Yeah. So in this game, stick to who you know, what you know, be loyal to the ones loyal to you, and keep pushing.
Let's talk a little bit about how you personally get through that. I'll give you an example. You know, say you do put a new song out and you got someone who don't even really know you and they're like, oh, I don't really vibe with that song. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be people. Facts. How do you feel about that? I mean, how do you instantly like deal with that type of situation?
I mean, everybody has opinions. You can't just let it real talk. Everybody
I'm laughing because I used that same line on someone the other day, but go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has opinions. Everybody's opinionated. We're human beings. If we all thought the same and agree to everything, it would be a boring world.
100%. I agree. I just, quick little side story. I had a guest that came in here just a few days ago, and I posted a clip of the interview recap with the song, and somebody that I don't even know follows me. I don't follow them, left a comment. And mind you, this is someone that I've never seen engage on any of my stuff. Right. His first time engaging was him saying how he thought the dude's auto-tune sounded terrible. And he's like, are y'all serious? So I wrote back, you know what they say about opinions? Yeah. And he talking about, that's not an opinion, it's a fact. I'm like, no, it's clearly an opinion. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean the rest of the world might not love it.
Exactly.
So you just, I just wanted to express that because you can't take it personal.
Facts, you can't, not at all. Like I said, in this game you live and you learn. I don't let nobody's negative opinion stop what I want to do.
Absolutely.
I love it. You gotta also have a passion for it. Like your passion gotta separate the politics, because if you don't love it, you're gonna let the politics depress you.
You're gonna get really upset and take it very personal, and it's never personal. Facts. Especially when it's coming from someone you don't even know. Facts. It's like, really, at the end of the day, their opinion don't even matter.
Internet troll. They got nothing but to do to comment.
If they got that much time on their hands, that just speaks a lot about their character.
For sure. You know that. You know that.
What was the very first song that you released?
The very first song I released was it's called They Call Me Young G.
Is it still on the platforms?
Nah. It's not, because I went through CD Baby before it was digital. You know, when you had to really go pay money to press up 500 CDs,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like, so crazy part about it, I call myself like a young OG. I came up before the streaming era.
I was gonna say, like, you're young, but you got a lot of wisdom, and you've been doing this for a long time.
Since the age of 14, for real.
Wow.
You know what I mean? That's before even, I tell everybody today, all these new artists, if I had social media back then, if I was able to have an Instagram back then,
Right.
Facebook was around, but
Right.
you know, I was on the MySpace era. We had to go home and log on the computer. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, people,
Nah, facts.
these kids don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? And I had MySpace music page. If I was able to have that phone with the smartphone, because back in the day, you know, I had a flip phone, a Razor, all that stuff. You know, come on now.
Right. Apps like that didn't exist.
Didn't exist. If I had that, man, the career would be so different. But,
Yeah.
So I tell kids, take advantage of the Snapchats, take advantage of the TikToks, take advantage of the Instagrams, take advantage of the Facebooks, take advantage of everything that's out there right now. Because guess what? They're making it easier for you guys to go viral. As long as you figure out the algorithm, you good.
100%. So taking it back to, you know, starting in the music business around the age of 14, pre a lot of this stuff, pre Instagram and pre apps and all that. Would you say that you appreciate that you had to go through that era?
Oh, absolutely, because I know the difference. It's like you see some of the people that came up in the 90s, how, you know, they it's hard for them to kind of cross over into the new generation.
Yeah.
But I tell people all the time, despite what you feel about them, Soulja Boy is one of the GOATs. Real talk. Despite what you feel about him. Because I used to go home, I used to study him every day.
Yeah.
How he would just vlog every day.
Yeah.
Every day with the camera. You know, he kind of changed the internet and ushered the internet era in a little bit, which is good because nowadays people want to invest into your brand more than your music.
No, you're absolutely right. Your brand will speak volumes, because that's why a lot of people reach out, because they see that you're an influencer.
Facts.
You know, they'll be like, hey, you know, I want to pay you to post this on your Instagram page or whatever, because they know that you're an influencer and people pay attention. So if Real Young G is supporting it, then it must be legit.
Facts.
Type
Big
situation.
facts. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's dope. Anything that you would change about your come up through the music business so far?
Honestly, no, because at the end of the day, you have to go through that. You have to go through to appreciate it. If I could change anything, you know what I'm saying, it would be nothing, because I'll do it all over again, because I had to learn. Those experiences I had to learn. I had to go through the ups and downs. I had to learn that this is a business. I had to learn to reinvest. Like, I thought that I make a song, I put it out, I'm going to blow up. I'm big. You feel me? I'm big as the world trade, baby.
Yeah.
But I realized that it's not like that.
Yeah, it's not.
It take a lot of investing, a lot of getting it back, losing it, getting it back. It take that. Because in order to make a real record, you got to really invest into yourself. People don't think that, oh, I'm just gonna go viral. That's not the case.
No.
You got to push that record. You got to have a marketing campaign. You got to have playlisting involved. You got to do so many things to make that record stand out. It's like selling clothes, or it's like females selling lashes or hair.
Yeah.
It's no different than that. You got to figure out, why should I listen to your song? Why should I buy your shoes? Why? Why is the constant question I ask myself every day.
So I'm going to ask you that then.
Yeah. Facts.
And I've actually asked a lot of artists this. You know, there is so many dope talents out there.
Facts.
Why would we want to listen to Real Young G before I might throw on another artist?
Because I'm gonna keep it in your face. I ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna keep on showing you that I can do it. Like, somebody told me the other day in one of my interviews, they were like, because I said I had a conversation with Post Malone, right?
Yeah.
And I asked Post Malone, I said, how do you do it?
That dude is
Every
phenomenal.
day, man. Also, and a great human being at that. That's number one.
Man.
He's a great human being, number one. Besides being a good artist, he's a great human being.
That's why God's blessing
Hey,
him.
man, he'll give you the shoes off his feet. I done seen
Man,
it. I done seen it. You know what I'm saying?
that is amazing.
Real talk. So I had a conversation with him. I said, man, how do you do this, man? I said, you know, you a legend. He's like, you think I'm a legend? He said, you're a legend. He said, you're already doing it. So I said I said to one of the interviewers in my that I just had recently, he said, in a sense, G, you are a legend. I don't think like that though. I was like, why you say that? He said, because you represent the common person, somebody that ain't got a major push, ain't somebody that ain't got a major bagging, no cosigns from anybody in this music industry.
Yeah.
Let's keep it 100. I ain't got no cosigns from none of the major artists in the game. And for somehow you still relevant, you still making a way. You showing these shorties, these kids, that it's possible.
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's all God. Look at God.
That's facts. You are. You definitely are a young living legend.
I appreciate you, Tampa.
You know, and the thing about it is, you always have that positive energy, positive vibe, like, and it radiates, you know, from the first time we met and then when we did the interview and now, like, it's very consistent.
Appreciate you.
How do you keep that?
Man, my big bro D-Boy always told me, man, stay consistent. But number one, I pray. I ask God every day to lead me and guide me into the right path. Because look, you wake up with a chance and a choice, an opportunity.
Yeah.
We got 24 hours in a day. Some
100%.
people choose to waste it. Some people choose to go get it.
Yeah.
Me, I wake up every day trying to go get it. It be days that, you know, I fall asleep with my phones in my hand. because I literally just want to figure out what's the next move. How can I elevate myself? How can I stay relevant? How can I continue to push the needle, push the culture forward?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like create history. It's really all it's about. Create history. You get one life to live, so live it up. It's all about legacy.
Man, absolutely. Do you do positive affirmations throughout your day?
As far as like
for example, I wake up in the morning and I'll tell myself I am going to be productive today. I am going to get everything done that I'm like.
I like. Oh, okay. So you started talking to you. So I journal.
Speaking positive affirmations into your life.
I journal. I recently got a journal. So
does that help?
It does. When you write it down, say like sometimes, believe it or not, I do procrastinate at times.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
We're human. We all do, for sure.
So I write down, I'm going to not procrastinate today. I'm going to get X, Y, and Z done.
Yeah.
Because it could be, because, once you get into that slump, you get comfortable, your body get relaxed. You're like, I don't want to do nothing.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to relax, chill out, watch my TV shows, eat some food, smoke, go to sleep.
Nah, for real.
But you know that you got to be productive. I know that I'm independent because I know if I don't do it, it won't get done.
It will not get done.
Facts.
Opportunities rarely present themselves to us. We have to go out and create them or find them.
Big facts.
What's been one of your biggest accolades so far, throughout your music career?
WGN, Daytime Chicago, the news.
Tell us about it.
It was a blessing because, I hit them up. I seen them, I think they had one artist on there. I forget who it was. But they had a couple artists on there. And it's a daytime show in Chicago. And I hit them up about, see if I can get on the show to talk independency, being an independent artist. And they reached back. I sent them my EPK, sent them my bio, and all blessings of God, they allowed me to be on that platform. That was on a local television show within my city.
Man.
And that was, to me, that was one of my accomplishments because I did it with no major label. I did it with no so-called big billboard single, no big cosign in the game. Just God, hard work, dedication, and loved ones. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you just have to shoot your shot.
You do. The 100 shots, you can take 100 shots. The 101 shots you don't take could have been that shot that made it.
Man, absolutely. And I'm a big believer in that. Things that we sometimes feel like may be unattainable are absolutely attainable if we just shoot our shot. Take that chance.
You got to.
The worst that could happen is they don't respond.
Big facts.
They don't reach back out, or they just tell you no. Cool, move on.
Exactly.
But what bigger media platform to get on than one of your local news channels?
Yeah, that's amazing.
That is amazing.
Man,
congrats on that. That's big because there's
it.
Not too many people who will ever see that.
Thanks.
Doing that, coming out of that situation, how did that leave you feel mentally about this music business?
Let me feel that, I'm making my own lane. I ain't got to follow the next person's path. I ain't got to get a cosign. I ain't got to do what these other artists do. I ain't got to sit here and sign. What I want to sign, if it makes sense. But at the same time, it showed me that I can chase my dreams and I can do it. All you got to do is have faith, believe in yourself, and keep on pushing forward. See, a lot of people, they get scared, they get intimidated, or they rely on people. I don't rely on nobody.
Oh, you can't.
No human at all.
Period.
Straight up. I'm gonna do what I gotta do for me. Because like I said, if I don't do it, it won't get done. And I don't like the fact that people feel like you owe them. Some people feel like, real talk, people throw stuff in your face.
That is facts.
What I'm saying? Well, you ain't doing this out of love? Okay then. You feel me?
They will definitely hover it over your head and they will not let you forget.
If that's the case, then we could have signed paperwork on that.
Nah, for real. Put a contract in place. I'm with you. I'm very much I don't want to ever ask nobody. Bigger Rankin gets on me. He's like, sometimes you got to let your guard down and ask for help. I'm like, I don't ever want to ask for help because of that reason. I don't want anybody feeling like I owe them something.
Facts.
I'm gonna figure it out and get it done on my own.
Self-made, self-paid.
Yeah, most definitely. We can partner on stuff.
Amen.
But I don't ever want to feel like someone's helping me per se. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe that's a bad attribute, but
it's not. It's that you know what you know, man. Humans are imperfect. We flaw by design. So
nah, for real.
We're gonna feel like we gonna get the big head. I put this person in position. This person owe me this. And you being a female in the game, you definitely gotta have your guard up.
Absolutely.
And definitely gotta be strong because you know how these cats be.
And that's why I'm glad that Big and I got this space together because now I feel like, Big is my best friend. I feel like he will kind of protect me.
Oh God.
If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because my last place, I was there by myself and I just felt a little vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? He'll be working in this space full time this coming week.
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying? So we'll be here at the same times and it's just going to be a nice flow, nice situation. So it's you have to put yourself around the right people.
Positive energy only.
Absolutely. Positive energy only. Y'all heard that. Positive vibes, positive energy.
Yes, ma'am.
What you working on right now?
I got 2 albums coming out, 2 projects coming out. One is coming out on Valentine's Day. I just got done wrapping it up in Atlanta, actually.
Okay.
It's called Sorry I Broke Your Heart. It was supposed to be an EP.
Yeah. But
I was like, you know what, I'm feeling it. So I'm gonna make it an album, and I got inspired by Drake, 21 Savage, Her Loss. I wasn't even gonna do it.
Yeah.
But then I kept hearing that the album was just resonated with me. So I said, you know what, I gotta make something I get inspiration, not like that, but something that I can just talk to the females and just talk to just life and just talk in general. You know what I'm saying? So
Sorry I Broke Your Heart.
Sorry I Broke Your Heart. So that's dropping on Valentine's Day.
How many songs are on it?
At first gonna be 5, but then now it's gonna be 10. So I got 10 songs on it.
So it's at a probably 30-ish minute range,
Facts.
maybe a little give or take a little bit, just depending on how long each song is. Every song that's on this particular album, did you create it for the album?
Honestly, yeah. It's just my experiences, like past experiences, future, present. I just go off of my experiences, what I went through in life.
Yeah.
And I created it specifically for the album. So, you know what I mean? Because think about it, everybody think of Valentine's Day, oh, love, sweet, this and that. But you got those few percent people that be by myself. You got females that be like, I don't need a man for nothing. I can buy my own flowers.
Right.
So I'm talking to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm talking to the ones that, you know, that probably got their heart broken and things of that nature. So Sorry I Broke Your Heart EP dropping on Valentine's Day. Then I got Mixed Emotions 5 dropping in June.
Dope.
On my birthday. And
So
that's
you
already done.
Hitting them back to back.
I got to. No days off.
So Sorry I Broke Your Heart.
Yeah.
When people listen to it, I mean, I think the title's pretty self-explanatory.
For sure.
But what do you want people to catch from it? What type of vibe do you want them to get from it?
I want them to get just a sense of, that in life, everything has a beginning and everything has an end.
Right. That's facts.
Everybody, sometimes we can get stuck in this limbo of toxicity where like you got toxic relationships and you just so used to what you know that you want to branch out. Because, people, they thug it out. Relationships ain't easy. It's a job.
Yeah.
You got to admit that.
It's a lot of work.
It is a job. You feel me? So
100%.
I just want to talk to the people that, that they never got that apology. That, when I was coming up doing my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They never got that. Well, here you go. Sorry I broke your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never really got it. Because, you could be stubborn.
Of course.
Especially when you coming up young, you feel like nobody can tell you nothing.
Yeah.
You don't want to compromise. It's all about compromising.
But I think that's a part of life, too. Like, I think and I'm going to speak on behalf of the women. Women, as we get a little bit older, we have to understand that's just, in our younger years, that's what we go through. I think we're supposed to get our heart broke so we can really determine the good from the bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's real and what's not. You can't expect a young man that's 18, 20, even 23 or whatever to really want a serious, real deal relationship. They're still trying to find themselves.
But what's crazy, it was crazy. It's like, for I can speak on behalf of the males. Like, you can have some males that at a young age they feel like they found the one, but then you gotta think about it. When they get their heart broken, they just dogging. Now it just go downhill. It's like I had all the love for you, baby. I was giving you this love. I was thinking that we gonna be together forever.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, pew.
Yeah.
They go downhill because then it's like, all right, you done kind of broke my heart. You kind of played me. And at 14, you think you gonna be with this person forever and this and that. Because it's puppy love. It's what it is. It's puppy love.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, something may go left, and then somebody may get disinterested in you. Now you feeling some type of way, and you be like, I'm finna just be a dog.
You making a public apology with this project.
Yeah, sorry I broke your heart. For sure.
I love the title of it. Have you started working on any visuals yet for it?
Yeah, I got one visual out right now.
Okay.
I dropped a single called Hit or Miss.
Tell everybody a little bit about it. Who produced it? Where it's available?
Man, my boy Juvie Beats, he produced Hit or Miss.
Yeah.
It's available on all streaming platforms. Rap Nerds from Las Vegas shot the music video.
Okay.
I flew out to Las Vegas to shoot the music video.
Dope. I need to check that out. That's hard.
Yeah, it's out right now. It's approaching like 30K views. It's been out for 3 weeks.
Is your YouTube under Real Young G?
For sure. Definitely.
So they can go there and check it out, watch it.
All day, every day. I got a whole bunch of visuals.
That is dope. Are you planning on doing a few more off of the album?
I got to. Because I got to tell a story. I got to. So probably gonna do like 3-4 more off the project, just so they can just have something to look at. Because you gotta have the audio, but you gotta have the visuals. We live in the world that YouTube is the new news, the new TV, the new everything. People go to YouTube quick. When people wake up in the morning, if they ain't going to Twitter to check on what's going on Twitter, they going on YouTube to check what's going on in the blogs.
You are absolutely right, and I'm gonna agree with that because my pops, who was gonna be 75 this year, sometimes I'll call him. I'm like, "What are you doing?" I'm on YouTube. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out Pops. Yeah.
Shout out Pops. He be on YouTube. Like just whatever a 74-year-old does, but he be on there.
Facts.
And the thing about YouTube is it's the most streamed platform because you don't need an app for it. You can do it from your TV, you can do it from your web browser, or you can do it from the app.
Facts.
And it's free.
Definitely.
So I think that's one of the most important places to put your music because now you can reach some of everybody because these youngins, they can't afford to pay for an iTunes or a Spotify. Yeah. So they rely on places like YouTube.
And then on top of that, with the YouTube too, you can do campaign and marketing. To have it trending. Because you got to think about, if you look at certain things on YouTube, they got certain videos that be trending.
Yes.
So it's like with YouTube, it's the way that you play. It's your TV. People want to go there and see what you got going on. Like my boy, my brother D-Boy put me on somebody named Country Wayne. right?
Okay.
And Country Wayne, I think he's going on tour off of his YouTube.
That is amazing.
A comedy tour off his YouTube, a whole tour, like whole lot, like 30, I think at 30 states or something like that.
It's insane.
Going crazy because YouTube can allow you a lot of opportunities to eat too.
Yeah, I think YouTube, and this is no shade to like TikTok, but I think I think YouTube really produces a lot of super talented individuals.
They do.
Where TikTok, like if you're just doing something silly, you're gonna get famous on there.
Oh, viral. Yeah, like I said, this is that algorithm.
Yeah.
I'm just now figuring out my little TikTok. Like I had TikTok for like at least 2-3 years. I gotta do better. That's one of the things I gotta tell myself. I gotta wake up in the morning. I gotta post more on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm Twitter, I'm YouTube,
of course.
Instagram, on Facebook. That's a job within itself. You know, from time to time, Snapchat, even though I'm kind of mad at Snapchat, they get everybody a little settlement in Chicago, and they got $16, man. That's messed up.
Really?
Got 16 bones. Man, you can ask everybody. I guess you got $16. Real talk.
Might be able to get a little lunch out of that. That's about it.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk. No cap. So,
do you have your own website?
oh, for sure. Definitely, man. Shout out my tech guy. It's called YG Enterprise.
Let's talk about that just for a minute because I want you. What would you say to these other artists out here who don't have one? I always try to tell them how important it is because we don't own any of our social media.
Facts.
How important is it as an artist to have your own website?
Oh, but it's important because I can control the content, I can control the narrative, and it's a direct. And if you, in these companies, they look for that too.
Yeah.
These big companies, like let's say like a Fashion Nova or anybody that want to give you a sponsorship, they want to see, do you have his own website?
Absolutely.
And somebody put me down to it. My boy put me down. He was like, man, I think, you're doing good on the social media, but I think you should have your own website, direct all the traffic that you have to this website.
Yes.
So he created YG Enterprise, and he actually gave me the app so I can look through how many clicks I got a day, how many people visited, how many people signed up, So it is important to have your own website because it's an extension of you. It's an extension of your business card. Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and all that is a business card.
Absolutely.
But your website, your own personal website, like YG is my brand, Young Greatness Nation.
Yeah.
To have that as my brand and have that as a website that people can go to and click, it's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely, because you can put whatever you want up there and you don't have to worry about it getting taken down.
Correct.
Excuse me. Sometimes on Instagram, you post something and offends somebody, they take it down.
Oh, most definitely. They try to, whatever,
Or eventually they may end up just taking your Instagram down because you got too many strikes. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that's scary.
It's scary. So I think it's definitely important. Do you have merch? Is that something you're tapping into?
That's something that we're trying to go into the future. Like I said, everything has to be in a reinvestment. Like I said, I'm 100% independent, so I do everything myself.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm looking into now because my tech guy also know a merch guy, merch designer.
Okay.
And we had a meeting the other day before I flew out here. We had a meeting the other day. He just talking about getting some limited quantities. Like, back in the day, Supreme used to have certain quantities, like 1 of 10. After the 10's gone, we're going to a new one. So we're trying to start an idea like that.
That's a really dope idea.
Yeah, so.
Because it puts a more sense of urgency on people to shop with you.
To go get it.
Because they're like, dang, there's only 10 of those. That's a super limited edition. If I don't grab one,
gone.
It's gone. I'll never get one. So that's an amazing idea.
Facts.
I love that.
Appreciate it.
Let's talk about the album that's coming this summer. You said it's in June.
In June.
For your birthday.
On my birthday. Yep, June 28th.
What's the name of that one more time?
Mixed Emotions 5.
Mixed Emotions 5.
Yeah.
How long has that been in the works?
Man, that Mixed Emotions 5 been in the works for at least I would say 3 years now.
Wow.
I mean, I've been doing because life change, experience
Absolutely,
change.
100%.
And I feel like I get better with time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Age like a fine wine.
I know, right?
So I put that down. Yeah. So I just this is one of them things that it was one of those albums. I got inspired by Tory Lanez's Chick Tape. Tory Lanez would come up with the Chick Tape, and I loved how he could sing.
Yeah.
So I could never really sing like that, but I was like, you know what? Let me try to put this in a R&B-ish rap voice.
Of course.
A very white tone type of voice. So Mixed Emotions 5 just talk about. At first, it was like an all tape dedicated to females, right?
Yeah.
Then it started talking about my upbringing, my up and coming in the game, getting in the industry, really being in the industry. Like somebody really said, bro, you may think that you still got to make it push through, but bro, you're in the industry.
Yeah, you are definitely in the industry.
I was just like, man, I'm trying to get. He said, man, billboards, Grammys, whatever, you're in the game.
But that's amazing. You're so humble about it, though.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's because I know I got a long way to go.
Yeah.
I know that if I think about the good times, I can get complacent.
Absolutely.
It's a whole big world out there. It's like I talk to people if I go to the gas station, somebody be like, what do you do? I be seeing you here all the time. You looking fly, what do you do? Give my Instagram. Bro, what are you doing here? I be like, man, I'm chilling, man. I'm shopping, man, like you. You feel me?
Nah, for real.
So you got to be personable because at the end of the day, I believe that we're all people. And at the end of the day, there's no such thing as a celebrity. We all human beings at the end of the day.
Man.
Who could tell me that I can't get next to you and have a conversation with?
Absolutely. That's big facts because also, too, nobody wants to deal with somebody who has a negative attitude, somebody that has an a-hole attitude.
Facts.
Like, I wouldn't want to. I've had conversations where, like what we're doing now, where I had to send them out. It's only happened, I think, maybe 2 times where I've had to stop the interview, but the energy was so bad that I'm just like, I can't force myself to do this because I'm not feeling it.
Right.
You don't want to be around them kind of people.
That's real. You know? So we all humans at the end of the day. I look at it like this. Like, nobody's better than the next person.
That's right.
And I always told myself, even as a kid, my father, people would tell you, I'm going to be next to this person. Like, that's how I approached my career. My bro even told me, you went in the game backwards. Because when they wasn't listening to my music, I was getting PO'd. I was getting pissed off. I was like, you know what? Y'all going to listen to my music. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stand next to your favorite rapper. Oh, you like such and such over here? Well, guess what? I'm next to such and such. And guess what? Not only am I next to such and such, but such and such rocking with me.
Yeah.
So now you got to check me out.
No, absolutely. And sometimes you just got to wake people up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Tell us about your chain you got on.
Oh, yeah, the YGN, man. Shout out my jeweler, Charm Box, out of New York. Shout out Charm Box.
That is beautiful.
The brand basically is, it means Young Greatness Nation.
Yeah.
I feel like with time, everybody is destined to be great in whatever it is they want to do.
Yeah.
Whether it's podcasts, whether it's being a teacher, whether it's being an artist, whether it's being a creative, whether it's being a janitor, be great at it. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing in life, no circumstance determine what you can and cannot do with your life. You know what I mean? Like, I can't stand a miserable person. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you that because, example, I'm going to the airport the other day. It was this old dude, miserable. I had to check him. And I don't like checking people because I got good energy. But he had a little attitude. So I gave him what he gave me. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
A little extra. But
sprinkle a little extra on top.
But I had to talk with my OG, and he said some real stuff to me. He brought me back down to earth. He was like, the person that gets you angry is the person that can control you.
100%.
And that's funny coming from him because back in the day he was a firecracker. So I was like, that's funny coming from you. He said, man, I'm a little older now. So, but
I done pipe down a little bit.
Pipe down a little bit. But, basically that's, like he said, what you should have said to the guy was that I wasn't there when I wasn't there when you filled out the application. You chose the job ain't choose you. And so that's why I'm saying whatever you doing in life, make sure you great at it. Have a smile on your face.
Yes.
I get it that, sometimes we can't always be right in a position to chase your dream. But guess what? We put time constraint on our dreams.
Yes.
Our dreams doesn't have no time constraint. Because guess what? You can go to sleep today, wake up a billionaire tomorrow.
Nah, for real. Then lose it the next day.
Exactly. Just keep on believing. Stay positive. So if you got to work the 9 to 5, if you got to do what you got to do, be great at it. Have a smile on your face. But also know there's a bigger picture.
Absolutely. And if you're not happy with whatever your situation is, fix it.
Big facts.
We are in 2023, y'all. There's no excuses.
Yeah.
Bigger always says stop pointing the finger and pointing the thumb. Like, we have to take accountability for ourselves because too many people make excuses that they're, oh, I can't do it because of this. No, figure it out. And if this person don't want to bring you in, then go start your own.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Like
figure it out.
I never complain about getting no cosign and getting no shout out.
Absolutely.
I never complain about
for what, right?
It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna press these artists. A lot of people are like, you be around all these artists, but you ain't got no songs with them because I ain't pressing that. Because guess what? They got people that press that every day. There's people that want something from you. Because
you're gonna work hard enough to where they're gonna come to you.
Facts. That's really what it is. Like
straight like that.
I seen an interview with Brett Fayez, right? I think Brett Fayez is a dope artist. They asked him in the interview, I think it was Angie Martinez. It was like, so how do you reach out for your features? Like, I don't. He was like, if they want to work, they work. If they don't, they don't. It is what it is.
I like that method.
And that's a great mentality. Like me, I'm not finna press something to be like, I got a song for you. Because I can say that and artists, but oh yeah, I got you. But it's like, you going to see my work ethic because I'm going to be right there next to you. I'm going to be on the same platforms that you on. And I'm going to do it 10 times harder. And I'm going to go 10 times brighter and shine brighter. That's my mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
See you at the top, big dog.
And again, they're gonna see that motion, and they are going to come to you.
Facts.
Leave it like that, because if you come to somebody and they don't really know who you are, and they haven't really checked you out, are they going to give you the best feature? Probably not. They're not gonna want to give you their best bars. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I don't even know this guy. I'm gonna take the money.
and that's another thing too. Not to people in the game too. Since people ask like, okay, do you think Lil Baby and Lil Durk paying each other for features? It's a relationship at the end of the day. Network makes your network grow. If I don't know you, you're paying for that network.
Of course.
So of course, if I don't know you, like we ain't locked in, like it ain't been like since the sandbox. We ain't locked into where this is my dog.
Yeah.
You got to pay for that.
They got to pay for that.
But we locked in. Like I told somebody the other day, you know what I'm saying? It was one of the artists that they kind of had a buzz, but then they fell back. I said, we got to lock in and do some stuff. He said, oh, we got to charge you. I said, no disrespect. Respectfully, I don't pay for features, bit up.
Yeah.
And he was like, I respect that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the same time, I know where I'm at in the game.
Absolutely.
Like if I just came in the game as a beginner, I didn't know nothing. Oh, how much you charging?
Of course.
But it's like, when I know where I'm at, I tell people all the time, if you're going to spend that $20,000, $10,000, this is me personally. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people in the game might be like, gee, you messing up the game. I'm going to keep it real. If you're going to spend that $10,000, shop with the next person, spend that 10,000 in yourself.
Put that into your marketing campaign.
Yeah.
Because they'll spend 20 grand on a feature, but have nothing left to actually market that record.
And then the funny part about it is the feature can go nowhere.
Most of the time it don't.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Seriously.
you got to learn the logistics and the politics of the game. So it's like, I take that 20 racks, put it in myself, and guess what? We lit together. Oh, you on a Spotify playlist? You may be number 1. I'm number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that's what a lot of artists got to understand. But, you know, the game is to be sold, not told. I'm just going to tell it how it is because I'm just so real with it.
Facts. And I personally don't know any artist on the independent level who's paid a major or somebody with a big buzz for a feature and that got them on.
Facts.
I don't know nobody.
I done seen a lot of artists all the time. They got a lot of big features from like Lil Babies or whoever the case may be in the game.
Yeah.
But guess what? It didn't really have that triple effect. Like Drake, you can't pay Drake for a feature. Drake gotta like you.
No, he probably has to love you
Drake,
for real.
Drake don't need your feature money.
He
Your little
don't
money.
need it.
Like what Drake said in a rap. He said, "Stupid rapper paid for a verse when he could have bought a house."
Right.
Like seriously, you paid for a $500,000 verse or $50,000 verse, boy, you could have put a down payment on the house.
Absolutely.
You tripping? I gotta live. I ain't gonna pay.
Nah, for
'Cause
real.
You have me on my song, give me popularity, so I'm gonna be popularity outside on the street. Yeah, I got this song with Drake, but I'm at the bus stop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So if there's any artists out there, you know, on the grind, on the rise, and they want to get a feature with you, what would be some of the things that you might, you know, look at about that artist to decide if you want to actually work with them?
work at the grind. It has to be a benefit. One hand washes the other. They say they say a win-win.
Yeah.
And we all have to benefit and win-win from it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if it's not nothing like, let's say if I'm signing an artist, then that's a different thing because then I'm trying to put my artist in position.
Of course.
But if it's just somebody that come to me like we want to work, I want to work. It's just about how hard are you working.
Yeah.
If you're trying, I can't be the one to pull the anchor for you. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be the one to, if we do a song and you expect me to do all the promo and push, because guess what? That's not my song.
Heck no. That's their job. And they should have a budget enough in place to want to pay you to appear in the music video as well.
Exactly.
Because that costs too.
It does. Time is money.
Absolutely.
Money is time. You know,
Absolutely.
we can't get that back. You can get everything in life back, but you can't get time back.
That's right.
That's the number one thing. So I tell people, use your time wisely.
Yeah.
So if we on the same, if it's a benefit and it look good, let's do it. I'm thugging with you.
Nah, for real. Because if you build those relationships with people, I say it all the time, relationships will put you in places that money cannot.
You know what you know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Straight like that, because there are some people that you'll deal with just off the strength that you rock with them. They're a good person.
Facts.
They're working hard.
Amen.
You know, and you guys balance each other. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
then there's other people, they got to pay the way just because they ain't quite there yet.
Facts, exactly. Like
You know?
I had to, me coming from, I didn't have a lot of money to pay these rappers. So guess what? I had to pay. I had to go ahead and invest myself. I ain't finna, bro. I'm not finna 20,000, man. Man, that's crazy.
No, I agree.
But I respect it though
Of
because
course.
you build yourself up to that level. So I gonna never disrespect your accomplishments and where you feel like you at in life. But I know for my pockets, that's why people be like, "Gee, you don't do something." I'm like, because at the end of the day, I would like to build a relationships with people.
No,
If
absolutely.
we gonna rock. We gonna rock. You know what I'm saying? My thing is we human. We hate when people come to us about stuff. Like, especially if you feel like it's used energy. Like, oh, you used to run me to use me for this.
Right.
Like, I know what you want. So now I'm gonna play to the left.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So when I come around people, it's kicking. We vibe. What a party at? What a club? What we doing tonight? What a bottles popping tonight?
Absolutely.
What a gas at? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that with me.
And if it's not, then they got to keep it moving.
Facts.
You know, the only guarantee we have in life is that we're going to die
Yeah.
at some point in time. We don't know when.
Yeah.
That's our only guarantee. So it's like every day that we wake up and we're on this earth, man, we got to like
Live it up.
live it up
I try to
on your terms.
Amen. Yeah.
If someone don't like it, they can keep it moving.
For sure, keep it pushing.
Keep it pushing.
Yeah, you did. Don't go.
While you out here in the ATL, what else you got going on?
Man, I got like I said, finished up the album. I was in the studio recording late till like 4 in the morning.
Congrats on that too, man. That's a big
It's
accomplishment.
done. I record this project everywhere.
You're like, I feel
Man, I
good.
brushed the dirt off my shoulder. I record this project in Vegas. I record this project in Atlanta.
Oh, that's
I record
amazing.
this project in Chicago. I'm feeling great. I'm on a promo run right now. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I definitely had to stop by, show you love first.
Appreciate you.
You know what I'm saying? Industry most wanted. Got to.
Facts,
That's
you
them.
did.
Industry.
Yeah.
That
I
part.
That. That part, what she said. You feel me? And yeah, we just out here just working, really just promo running right now. I feel like I get inspired by the story of like BMF, right? Big Meech and them, right?
Yeah,
And
I love that series.
man, matter of fact, if you don't know, I just met Big Meech's mama.
Oh, okay.
And his sister, yes, on my Instagram, man. Shout out Big
That's
Meech's mama.
dope.
Shout out his sister Nicole and everything like that. They posted me on their Instagram. It was love. I was out there
That's
with it was
dope.
in Detroit with Jeezy.
Yeah.
And I get inspired by that story because I feel like I got that mentality. Because I look at I say I got the mentality without the extra stuff.
Right. Understood.
You know what I'm saying? So basically, like in the documentary, T.I. said Meech, in a world that would have treated him like nobody, he made himself a somebody.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about my grind. In a world that would have treated me like nobody, I'm making myself for somebody. I'm continuing to make myself for somebody.
Facts. And I think that's what I love so much about the BMF series, because it's so relatable to a lot of people. A lot of people have been through that or similar, you know, coming up.
Real.
Have you watched Snowfall?
I just got into it. I ain't gonna lie. I just now got into it a little bit. I'm late, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody like watching shows without me.
It is so good. Keep watching
I ain't gonna
it.
say no names. People like watching shows without me.
You see, I took a look over there to the right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, too, but it's all Gucci though.
Talking about that beauty over there. Nah, me and my significant other, we do that too. Sometimes he'll think it's something I don't want to watch, so I'll be like, "Hey, babe, I've already watched it." I'm like, I wanted to watch it with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So trust me, I think that happens in every household.
Facts, big facts.
I totally get it. What else? So while y'all here doing some other interviews?
Yeah, doing interviews. I think I got some going on with Small's Eyes.
Okay,
check that out.
Big shout out to DJ Small Southern Smoke.
You did. Gotta do it. 95th and Broadway interview.
Dope.
So just really, like I said, just really politicking and really just putting my foot forward and really just going in and just trying to expand. I want to expand my brand. I feel like I've been all the way in the Midwest. The Midwest, I travel. I look at it like the Tri-District.
Yeah.
Wherever Tri-District you at, you got to travel. So if I was in Atlanta, I'll travel to Carolina. I'll travel to Tennessee. I travel this place. So since I'm in Chicago, I travel to Indiana, St. Louis. I travel to Detroit, you know, all around the Midwest.
Region, yeah.
So I want to expand the YGN brand. I want to expand in the South. I want to expand in the East Coast, worldwide.
Is there artists that you have that are signed to the YGN brand?
Not specifically artists that signed, but artists that you know that I rock with.
Represent the brand.
My boy Reese B out of Vegas. Man,
Yeah.
that's my brother, man. Shout
That's dope.
out Reese B. He about to come out with a project too. Crazy part is, he said he dropping on Valentine's. I'm putting the pressure on him right now. So he say, if you see this interview, hey Reese, man, he say he's dropping on Valentine's Day. I want to see him drop on Valentine's Day. So I'm like, okay, you want to drop on Valentine's Day? We both gonna drop together. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? And we still got that Mud Brothers project got to come out. That project been like 4 years old.
That's dope.
But we still working on that. My brother D Boy, he does like he give me a lot of advice, a lot of game. You know, he's part of the YGN brand.
Yeah.
Tell me to study interviews, things like that, and just like I said, just really just working. Do I look to sign artists? It depends. Like the relationship got to be real.
Yeah.
Like I can't just, because if I sign, there's gonna be some paperwork, and then I'm gonna just be looking at it as a worker CEO type of relationship. It ain't gonna be like a brother.
Absolutely.
Like my brother Reese is a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Like we just started this together. Like literally, I'm driving on the road. We ain't had no money to get no hotels. We slept in cars at rest areas.
Yeah.
And that's real.
That's a part of the journey.
That's what you got to do.
And you have to not be afraid to talk about that and share that.
Facts. You got to, because people just think it's all glitz and glamour. They see the chains.
Right.
They see you around these $1 million people, but they don't know the story behind it. They look at the end result. They don't know the result that will happen for you to go get that result.
Absolutely. And it's like, you know, we all go through struggles. We all go through periods of maybe our bank account don't look good, or homelessness or whatever, you know, because I've talked to a lot of artists that went through a homeless time in their life. And I'm like, I'm so glad they're not ashamed to talk about it.
Facts.
Because they're not alone.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's times we're going to go through everything. And especially someone like yourself who has a big name and you're a big influence.
Yeah.
You talking about it is going to put a lot of weight, and it's going to, you know, put a lot of, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, you know, just a lot of, you know, inspiration to these other artists out there who are maybe going through something.
It's real, because at the same time, I remember I had this conversation with Walker, and Walker told me that it's such a $1 million dream, because guess what? People see the glitz, the glamour,
Facts.
and they see everything that, man, if I make a song, I could be on TV. That is not the case.
It is so not the case.
You will go broke. A lot of artists invested more than they made. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I mean, I don't know how old you are, and you don't have to disclose it.
Yeah.
I know a lot of artists don't want to, you know, but you said you've been doing this since 14.
I'm 29. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, so you've been doing this for a long time.
Long time.
You know what I'm saying? 15 years.
Facts, as a matter of fact.
Half your life.
Pretty much.
Half your life you've been
Yeah.
doing this, and I'm quite sure you're not where you want to be yet.
Exactly, not at all. Like, but I'm further than how I started.
Absolutely. You've done a lot in that time.
And that's one thing people got to realize. You got to realize that the accomplishments that you made, don't diminish them. Don't think that they don't mean nothing, because they do mean something. But you also got to know it's a bigger picture. It's a bigger world. I wake up every day like I just started. I say that every day. I wake up every day like, don't nobody know me. I got to go get it.
Yeah.
Like now it's like, it's getting to the point now to where I'm in my city and people really recognize me and show me love. It's gonna get weird, because sometimes I come out no jewelry on, no nothing, just being regular. You know what I'm saying? I walk in a gas station, a dude got done paying for his gas. He turned around. Oh, gee, I'm regular as ever. I got nothing on. You know what I'm saying? I had a long day. I just want to fill my car up and get to the crib. You feel me? You're like, man, remember we was such and such. I'm like, yeah, what's up, bro? Like, love, bro. And it'd be crazy because like I want to remember, but
I already know where you going. Like, dang, who is that?
but I'm gonna still show love because we like because my boy was Hannah. You good? Because I want to let you know I'm not that type of cat, but I really do want to remember. You know what I'm saying?
For real. Trust me, I go through it too. People be like, "Hey, Tampa," I be like, "I don't know who this person is. What's going on? How you been?"
You know what I'm saying? Just like that. So but it's a blessing to have somebody that
100%.
acknowledge you. Like my boy DDP, man, cameraman out of Chicago. He said, "You rather be a somebody than nobody. You rather be on the opposite side of the glass than over there." You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
I use that mentality every day. It's a blessing that people look into what I do and they like what I do.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing.
You putting a lot of wisdom out there.
I got to.
You ever thought about writing a book? I mean, being serious.
Yeah. Seriously, I thought about writing. I want to do different things like screenplays. I'm into plays like Broadway, Chicago.
Yeah, that's
things
dope.
like that. I love going to Broadways and stuff like that. So I think about writing screenplays. Definitely a book.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta do something like with that for sure. You know what I'm saying? When the time is right, definitely get my story out there and just talk more about it so people can read it. Hopefully be a best New York Times seller.
Absolutely. Start out with a book and then turn it into a film.
Yeah, or a series.
Because
I love film. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love acting and things like that.
So that's something that you want to pursue as well.
Oh, definitely want to get into the acting world. My brother goes, man, I think that you could be more of an actor than an artist. I said, why you say that? Because man, you just get so much personality. You could be an actor. I'm like, all right, man. I guess but the opportunity presents itself. We're gonna do it though.
But I think that you're absolutely right on saying the series. A lot of these newer, films that are coming out are more series. Like we just spoke about BMF.
Exactly.
You can't tell his life story in a movie, in
Not
a 2-hour movie. You have to have, episodes and series. Seasons of it. And there's a lot more of those coming out. So that's a good idea.
I tell 50 Stars, HBO, whoever you're with, holla at me.
Holla at your boy.
He did.
Tell him one more time, Valentine's Day. Sorry I broke your heart.
Sorry I broke your heart. Yes, it is coming out. This is my apology. If I didn't apologize, I'm sorry. And if you don't accept it, hey, well, God bless you.
I know that's right. Sorry, not sorry.
You dig what I'm saying?
That could be the follow-up album.
Hey, you know what? You just gave me an idea.
Sorry, not sorry.
Hey, man, look, sorry, not sorry in production as we speak. Shout out Tampa and Industry's Most Wanted podcast. You heard it here first. Sorry, not sorry on the way.
That would be really dope as a follow-up, for real.
I like that. No, you gave me, man, listen, you gave me an idea. Hey, off camera, we got to talk, man. You know what I'm saying?
For real. And then June, in your birthday month.
Yeah, June 28th, my birthday month, Mixed Emotions 5. I want to conclude it as the series done. I feel like my Mixed Emotions series like the Carter series.
Yeah.
Like, when everybody Wayne come out with 1,000 projects, but as soon as that Carter come.
Right, everybody on it.
They tuning in. Oh, the Carter about to come out.
Right.
I feel like I got people investing in that brand. So do I want to end it? I don't know. It depends on what Mixed Emotions 5 does.
Yeah.
But other than that project really ready to go to. I can really drop back to back.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about being independent. But I know what this game costs. So I got to go ahead and market that one project.
Absolutely.
Before we get re-up and until I get to the next project. So.
That is the beautiful thing about being independent. You can drop when you want, put out music when you want. You can make moves when you want.
Facts. Then nobody control me. I can go wherever I want.
Absolutely. And you don't owe nobody nothing.
Facts. If I take a loss, it's my loss. But guess what? I'm going to get it back.
Absolutely. A lot of artists get in debt with these labels. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but.
Yeah, I had an artist tell me they was in the red. They owed $300,000 to their label. And
that would be a terrible feeling. I couldn't imagine.
When they told me that they owed $300,000 to their label, I was like, why don't you just get a loan from a bank and pay yourself out and then pay that loan back over time?
Right.
People don't think like that, though.
Absolutely, they should, especially if you're a business,
Facts.
which every artist should be.
Exactly.
You need to own, multiple LLCs if you can.
Exactly.
Take business loans.
And get that loan. All right, this contract ain't working out. Boom, here's your money. Now I can pay that loan back through all my other businesses.
Yes.
It's about being, because at the end of the day, it's a business. So it's one big loan. So at the end of the day, why not get a loan from a bank, take time to pay that loan back, and then boom, you got your contract, you got freedom. You a hot artist. You use them for what it's worth because they used you.
Absolutely.
So now you got a following, you got a platform, you got people that know you.
Right.
So guess what? Use it to your advantage. If I were to sign a deal, I would either do a single deal or do an album deal. And I say that they can't touch none of my past catalog. Y'all can have this album. Y'all invested in this. Y'all can eat off of this. But guess what? I know people gonna go back to your past work.
Absolutely.
They want to see what your story. So you can have that album. That's all you eat off of that. But guess what? I'm gonna still get paid off my past catalog. As long as I got a TuneCore, as long as I got a Distro Kid, as long as I got a CD Baby or United Masters, I'm gonna eat.
Nah, for real. And I like the fact, you mentioned a single deal. I think that's the way to go.
Facts.
Because you kind of contest the waters with that. And
Exactly.
you're not so locked in with them. And you never know. That single deal may give you enough push to really put your name out there. You might not need to completely sign with them and sign your life away.
Exactly. See,
Do a single deal.
A lot of artists don't know about that. A lot of artists, they look at the money. And I get it. Everybody being in different situations. Because, heck, if a person telling you, we giving you 100,000 sound like $1 million. If you ain't got nothing.
It does.
If you ain't got nothing and you hungry and you starving, let me get the 100,000.
But make sure you have a good entertainment attorney.
Facts. You gotta have a good lawyer. You gotta have.
Yeah.
Somebody told me they ain't got management. They got attorneys and agents.
There you go. Because they are going to help you way before legally, on a legal standpoint, that a manager could.
Make sure you save a manager. They gonna want a percentage of your money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I said, man, it's hard for me to really have management. People are like, do you have management? I'm like, not really.
Yeah.
They be like, why? I said, because if I'm doing more than what a manager doing, why don't I need a manager? Because at the same time, a manager's supposed to put you in position to be like this person, that person, that person.
Right.
If I'm all blessings of God, if I'm doing everything myself and I'm meeting everybody I need to meet, then I really don't need a manager.
No, absolutely. And you've taken the time over the last, like 15 years
Facts.
to really understand this business.
Exactly.
And that's a big part of it. I think a lot of, artists get management because they don't want to take the time to learn the business. So they leave all that to the manager.
Exactly.
Which that's not necessarily the manager's job.
And then once you stop being hot, guess what? They move on to the next client.
Absolutely.
I gotta learn everything. Can't nobody play with me.
Don't play with him.
They ain't even gonna play with me in this music industry. Because I study every day. It be times, like I said, it be 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. I sit up and I watch interviews.
Yeah.
I gotta study. I gotta hear how these people talking.
Absolutely.
Because game is out there. Game is out there. It's free. You just gotta receive it and process it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of artists that focus on the artistry, and there's a lot of dope artists out there. There's so many dope artists. Oh my God, so many dope artists out there. A lot of diamonds in the rough, but they don't know the game, and that's how they get screwed.
Absolutely. They do not take the time to learn
Facts.
what this music business is about.
Out of 1,000 artists, you're gonna have 3 that pop.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great, I think, a really precise number.
And somebody told me that. Somebody that worked for Pepsi told me this. There was like, and because it was at the All-Star game last year in Ohio, at Cleveland.
Yeah.
And the dude works for Pepsi. He said, "Gee, do you know that out of every artist there is, only like 2 can pop? Everybody else is tax write-offs.
Man.
Tax write-offs. So you signing me, I got my life in your hands, and I'm signing you for 3, 4, 5 years, not doing nothing. But you putting all your money into this guy over here because he be your breadwinner. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's really, like I said, it's really knowing what you're signing yourself into. You gotta make yourself a priority.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So don't take the money that they give you, flexing and buy it on chains and buy it on car and buy it on all this. Invest that money into your promo.
Absolutely, because that's what that money is
for.
intended for. Like you said, it's like a loan.
Facts.
It's not for you to go buy the big chain. That stuff will come.
Exactly. Over time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
over time. Buy it when you're able to buy it, not on a loan.
Exactly. Now you
on
owe.
someone else's dime.
And so now you mad. You sitting at your label when you pointing the finger at your label when you say she point the thumb at you.
Exactly. Period. See, there you go.
See,
like that analogy.
I got you. Hey, that's part of my repertoire now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Sorry, not sorry.
You did.
What's the most recent song that you can direct everybody to go check out?
Hit or Miss. Hit or Miss is going crazy right now. I dropped that top of the year in January. That's my first song of 2023. That's on the project Sorry I Broke Your Heart. And it's the single that I'm pushing right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a sample. My barber, actually, man, shout out my barber Deesky. He put me on the sample. I think the group was called Mint. It's called Pretty Brown Eyes. Like Pretty Brown Eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you post about that on your Instagram?
Yeah, I did.
I think I seen that.
So the sample is in the song.
Okay.
So it's like you breaking my heart.
Yeah.
And Hit or Miss is talking about hit or miss. I said, can't trust the soul, can't trust it. On my life, it's on the ground of getting rich. My life is lit. I know I make these haters sick. Get off my. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because it's like in life you gonna hit or miss.
Absolutely. Every day.
Every day you gonna hit or miss. It's like hitting the lottery, hit or miss.
Every day.
So I just felt that. I was like, this is gonna be a good first single. So
Yeah.
and it's been going crazy right now. People been loving it.
That's good. You have to pick a strong single. I'm pretty sure all your songs on there are dope, but you want to find that really strong one to introduce leading up to the project, and you definitely did that.
And I feel like right now with music, man, me and one of the engineers in the studio had to talk about it last night. In the last couple of years, the lane has been so open because everybody's either been going to jail or dying.
Man, isn't that crazy?
Crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I heard you say earlier,
Yeah.
not to interrupt you, I heard you say that you're kind of going into not necessarily singing, but more of a melodic type lane.
Definitely.
In my personal opinion, I think that's where we are at or we're about to be at with music.
Facts.
Because I hear a lot of artists going more towards that lane.
Yeah.
R&B's about to make a huge comeback.
What? Talking about that 90s.
Exactly. Please.
Dig that feel good.
That feel good,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
90s, early 2000s kind of R&B, man, because that's what I grew up listening to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So I think that the direction that you're going in, you're ahead of your time.
I appreciate that.
Like
so much.
you already
Thank you.
know where this whole industry is going, and you've adapted it.
I appreciate.
I love
so
that.
Much. It's said the lane's open right now.
It is.
It's at a curve and a shift, and the thing is, you guys stay ahead of that curve. Like I said, so many artists that came and went.
Yeah.
And so many artists RIP, so many artists that died, and you got people coming out that
Man.
and they got things going out, snitch, all type of stuff. Oh, and people just they're deflecting from the coaching, it's like the lane's open. So right now it's the time to attack. So I tell any artist, it's an artist, and you feel like it's an opening, attack it.
Go for it.
Drop as much
Period.
as you can, because guess what? People looking for new artists every day. I just recently invested in a TikTok promo, right?
Okay.
So I had my song Hit or Miss, put the video clip on there, TikTok promo. One person comment, that's why promo is important. Comment said, I would never found this song if it wasn't promoted on TikTok. It's dope. I'm a fan now. You know what I'm saying?
Spending a little bit of money.
Exactly. Will get you good results.
Absolutely. Like, and that was organic.
That
You
was
can't make
organic.
that stuff up.
Not at all. Yeah, it take money to make money.
Absolutely.
You know,
With anything in life.
You got to be a walking billboard. You know, at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you got to promote yourself. You got to think, if you look at Kanye West documentary, he was around all New York, running around with his beats, selling his beats. Like I said, you got to be able to convince people to, why should I invest in you?
Yeah.
Or why should we rock with you? Once they invested in your story, they become invested.
That's right. 100%.
Yeah.
Listen, I appreciate you being here
I
again. One more
appreciate you.
time. Boom.
You dig?
You dig. Definitely, have a great time on
you.
your interviews later and everything
Appreciate
that you got going on. Tell everybody one more time, you may have said it earlier, where they can follow you on your socials and your website.
My website is ygnenterprise.com, so you can go there. We do marketing. If you want to market your brand, product, music, hit up my tech guy. We work out a budget. You be on the website for however long. Follow me on all my socials at Real Young G. That's RealYungGG. Sorry, Broke Your Heart EP. Gonna drop. Mixed Emotions 5 on the way. And we just gonna take over the game all day, every day. You
Straight
dig?
like that. You dig. You dig.
Yeah, though.
Who you want to shout out to?
Man, I want to shout out, you know what I'm saying, my beautiful love right there, sitting right there.
I know that's right. Looking all delicious. Hello.
You know what I'm saying? My parents for sure.
Yeah.
My brother D-Boy, my brother Reese B. Thank God for every opportunity. Shout out to you, Tampa, for having me on the Industry Most Wanted
absolutely.
podcast.
It ain't gonna be the last time.
You dig? Oh, for sure. You know what I'm saying? And shout out all the dream chasers out there. If you chasing your dream, chase your dream and get to it. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do, because guess what? The day that you stop is the day that you could have made it.
That's powerful.
Facts.
Don't ever give up.
Yeah.
Ever. Unless you lose your life, that's the only reason why you should give
Exactly.
up.
Don't stop.
Don't stop. Last but not least, like you said, we live. Industry's Most Wanted, right?
Yeah.
Real Young G in the building.
I like that. I need to put that on one of my tapes.
I'll send it to you.
Say that. Say that.
What makes you the industry's most wanted?
Because at the end of the day, I'm giving out information that these people ain't giving. And I'm showing these people that it's with a dream, hard work, and belief that you can be a somebody, and nobody turns yourself into a somebody.
Yeah.
Don't stop. Don't let nobody tell you what you can and cannot do. Stay hungry. Stay moving. Stay intelligent. Stay loving yourself. Putting God first. Keep positive energy around you. And just keep on taking over the world one day at a time.
Man, you spreading that positive energy.
I got to.
And you're a big motivation as well.
Thank you.
Keep doing that, bro.
Appreciate you.
You're an asset to this world. You're not a liability. You're an
I
asset.
appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. We up out of here, y'all.
You did.